Hey guys, what's going on? It's King Clutch here, and today guys, we're back in the NBA 2K21. I hope you guys are all having a great day and everything is going well for you. Today what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you guys how you can build Dennis Rodman, the Worm, here in NBA 2K21. This is a great power forward center build that you can run with on the park, guys. What I want to do, make this a power forward right-handed jersey number 91. Again, handedness jersey number, that stuff doesn't matter, but I would say you'd want to make this build a power forward. So we're going to hit continue. When it comes to this pie chart, I feel like there is an obvious one, but I feel like you can possibly pick other ones. Pure defense pie chart, that's the obvious one. But I feel like if you want Hall of Fame finishing badges, you can go with the defensive and the finishing chart. There's nothing wrong with that. I feel like that's completely okay. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go with the pure defense chart just because that's obviously what Rodman is. But if you really want Hall of Fame finishing badges, just go with that one. A bad thing about going with this defense and finishing chart. You can definitely do that, but I'm going to go pure defense for this Rodman build. When it comes to this physical profile for the Rodman build, I feel like you could go balance, but really I feel like strength and vertical are the two most important things. So I'm going to go with that. You can definitely go balance. That is definitely an option. Either one really works. I'm just going to go with the strength and vertical because I feel like that excels at the most. But again, you don't need to do that. You could definitely go balance. We'll just go vertical and strength for the physical chart. Now, when it comes to the potential, obviously we're going to max out all of the rebounding. We're going to max out our block. I'm going to also upgrade perimeter, lateral quickness, interior D. And now this is already giving me 30 defensive badges. So just so you guys know, really you don't need to touch the perimeter D or the steal anymore if you don't want to. Just for badge purposes, you don't need to touch it. So I'm just putting that out there because you can't get any more than 30. But you're going to want to upgrade a lot of this finishing too. You just want to be able to score. Like, I feel like not having that is a disservice to you. And then I'm also going to upgrade all of this playmaking. I feel like we should at least get some playmaking badges, or at least try to. So I want to at least get 6 so we can at least do some stuff with that. With these last 37 points, there's a lot of things you could do. You could spend this on your mid-range shot and like your free throw if you wanted, so you can get those shots up. Or you could put it on your perimeter D or your steal. It really doesn't matter. Or even your post hook. So at the end of this comes down to your own personal preference. There's a lot of things you could do. You could do whatever you'd like. I'm just going to put these on perimeter D. Again, you don't need to do that. And I'm not going to touch steal. I really don't think it's necessary to touch it. You could put these on post hook. Or you could, upgrade your free throw, your post fade, your 3-point, or your mid-range. I'm not going to touch those, but again, this comes down to what you'd like to do. It's pretty much the same build either way, but I'll just put these on post hook to get that 17th finishing badge. But you can definitely touch the shooting, and again, you don't need like this perimeter D if you don't want it. You really don't need to put it there. I would say that's the one thing you could take off, and you don't even really need this lateral quickness. You could leave the lateral quickness at a 62 and then throw those points somewhere else. But I'm just going to put it there for the build itself. I want to be able to play defense just about against anybody, but again, you don't need to do that. You could definitely go any of these shooting categories. We're going to leave it like this. This is going to be 17 finishing, 1 shooting, 6 playmaking, and 30 defensive badges. Body shape, I feel like Rodman's definitely like defined or built, burly, any of those. I'll just go with built. Again, this doesn't matter. Pick whatever you'd like. Rodman was 6'7", so we're going to make this build 6'7". It's going to help out our driving, dunk, our vertical, just about everything, our perimeter D, our lateral quickness. It's going to hurt our interior D, which does kind of stink, but we're going to just leave it like that. Now for the weight, I'm going to bring this up a lot because with this build, we'll bring it up until we hit our speed. So if we go 236, we're getting a +1 to our post moves, +2 to interior D, and then we're getting a more to our strength as well. So we'll just go with that because we go any higher, we take a hit in our speed, and I just don't want to touch our speed. I want to keep it at least as high as we possibly can. So we'll go here with the weight. Wingspan, I'm going to max it out. Now, I know that does hurt your strength. You don't necessarily need to max the wingspan out if you do not want to hurt the strength. But I feel like attribute-wise, I'm going to do it. But again, you don't need to. This will just help out our rebounding and our defense in general, along with our dunking. So at least we can score a little bit better. So I'm going to max it. But again, you don't need to do that. You could really put the wingspan wherever you'd like, but we're going to max it out. Now, for the takeovers, we do get 3 options. We get slashing, rim protecting, and glass cleaning. Now, I feel like Rodman needs glass cleaning take, to be 100% honest. But again, you don't need to use glass cleaner. You could definitely pick slasher. Slasher's kind of overpowered always. It just usually is because it upgrades so many things on your player, your speed, your vertical, your strength. Like athletically, it just helps your player out. So you don't need to pick glass cleaning take. That's what I'm going to pick. I feel like that's the closest to Rodman. You can definitely pick one of the other two, but we're just going to go with glass cleaning take because I feel like that's what Rodman is the most of. And for this build, guys, we are going to get a glass cleaning finisher similar to Zion, Blake Griffin, and Dennis Rodman. So therefore, we're getting his name there, which is cool. I'm glad we got that. So I'm going to go show you guys the badges I will put on this Dennis Rodman glass cleaning finisher build. So when it comes to this 1 shooting badge, I'll just put this on catch and shoot. You could put it on corner. Either one would work. I would say you'd want to do one of those. We usually use catch and shoot though. And then for these playmaking badges, I'm going to add quick first step on a gold. Again, you don't need to do that. That's just kind of where I'm going to put it. I feel like you need break shot, or you're going to be getting the ball and throwing the ball down the court with rebounds and things like that. So I feel like that's kind of necessary. I'm also going to use bailout and unpluckable both on bronze, just so we have those. Bailout in case we get bad animations. And I realized this year you almost don't even need bailout. Like, there's been times I don't have bailout and I'll go up for a layup or something and I'll pass out and it's like not that bad of a pass. It's not like you're throwing it over their head without this badge. So I really don't know if this is needed early in the game still, but otherwise Post Spin Technician or Dream Shake could work as well. Now I'm also going to, for these finishing badges, we're going to put Contact Finisher on gold. I'm going to put Relentless on silver, Slithery on silver, Fancy Footwork on silver, Consistent on silver. I'm going to put Backdown Punisher on gold. I feel like that's important. You can definitely use Drop Stepper, Lob City Finisher. I feel like we'll use that. I want Putback Boss as well. And then I'm also going to use Pro Touch just to help with the layups. Now, Putback Boss is important so we can at least get the putback dunks. If you don't have this badge, you cannot do putback animations. You're going to want that. Pro Touch, you don't need this. This is just, if you're having trouble with the layup meter, I would suggest using that. A Lob City Finisher, obviously, just to help us catch lobs. So this is what I would do for these finishing badges, guys, on this Dennis Rodman build. And now, finally, for these defensive badges for this build, the one badge we're obviously putting on this build. I'm going to put Worm onto Hall of Fame. He is the reason this badge is in the game. It's the reason it's called Worm anyways. But he needs that. I'm also going to throw Intimidator on Hall of Fame. I'm going to put Chase Down on silver. I'm going to put Brick Wall on Hall of Fame. I want Box for the animations. Interceptor, I'll put up the bronze. I'm going to put Pickpocket on bronze. Put Rim Protector on Hall of Fame. I'm going to put Rebound Chaser on silver. I'm going to put Pogo Stick on gold. Now, we have a lot more badges that we can do with this. And now this comes to really who you're playing with and how you want to play this. Because there's a lot of things you could do. Heart Crusher could work as well, especially because you're going to be doing defensive plays. And that'll drain their takeover meter, so that could be important. You can use Clamps. If you're running this, more for a perimeter style team, if you're, you can definitely use Clamps. Post move lockdown if you're playing in the paint. Moving truck again could work. Defensive leader could definitely work for this build if you want to do that. There's nothing wrong with using defensive leader. So really this comes down to what you'd like to do. Tireless defender could work. Post move lockdown, moving truck, defensive leader, heart crusher, clamps. It comes down to how you want to play. So really, you could do any of those. I'll just put Heart Crusher on silver and then Moving Truck on silver. And again, you don't need to use those. I gave you guys a bunch of other ones you could use. And you don't have to even use Pickpocket either. You don't even really need it. You could just throw that on Post Move Lockdown or something. There's a lot of things you could do. Switch these to however you want to play. It depends who you're playing with. But overall, I feel like this is a good Rodman build. This is a great defensive build. You can also score in the paint too, which is awesome. So at least you're not a liability on the offensive end, but defense, you'll be 100% okay. But this is how you guys can build a Dennis Rodman build here in NBA 2K21, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the NBA 2K21 build. If you guys have not yet, please subscribe to the channel for more NBA 2K21 builds, guys. But anyways, it's been King Clutch here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Anyways, have a great rest of your day and peace out, guys. Thanks.